Mr. Bacon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank all four of you being here. It's great to see my National War College classmate there, General Thomas. I was hoping you could give me your feedback on this perception. As I look out in our acquisition and our modernization, I think that we're going to produce future systems that have overmatch in the air domain, the sea domain. I think feel like I could say the same thing in the space and cyber domains, but I worry about our land domain. When I look at the future weapon systems, I see that our near peers are producing stuff that are at parity or in some cases exceed when it comes to range, rate of fire, and so forth. So is my perception right? Should we be raising the bar on what we're going to produce for our soldiers and Marines on the ground domain? Love to get your feedback.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Congressman. And I'm, as I said the last time, I'm talking about a parity type of a guy because it does depend on how you look at the system. And the Army is absolutely trying to do that. And as I said last time, and I said in my opening statement, the last time and this time, is that we're now at the point where it's going to be hard to upgrade our current combat systems to retain that parity, and we have got to start looking at what comes next. The fundamental issue the Army has is when you look at our modernization, we have to prepare, we got to make sure soldiers tomorrow have the best equipment we can possibly provide them. And we've also got to start looking at the future. So you have two different efforts going on. You've got upgrading the current equipment, and you've got now, I think, some RDT&E started, next generation combat vehicles, specifically looking at future generation vehicle. You know, I can do RDT&E. The problem comes in procurement. I can't begin to buy a new vehicle until I finish upgrading the last vehicle. And when you got extended upgrade timelines, it becomes one ECP or one upgrade after another. So we've got to, you know, figure out how to shorten that timeline so I can free up the resources to go after the procurement of the next generation tank, air defense system, infantry fighting vehicle. I mean, there's lots of needs across the board.
Congressman, we would share the concerns that you articulated. The Marine Corps, a little bit different. The Army, we're a light general purpose force. So we look at, much as the Army does, we look at the entire system together, which is our overmatch comes by our ability to maneuver and the fires that we can bring to bear. That's cannon artillery, it's rockets, but it's also aviation. So that will continue to be a focus. I think much like the Army, we are focused on the individual Marine and soldier in terms of equipment, and my sense is that we're gaining momentum in that particular area. Our vehicles are, you know, just very old, and we've got good programs in place that meets our mission needs. The issue that we have is, the good news is we're getting hotlines now. The challenges that we face have to do with the speed at which we're modernizing that fleet.
I'll just close my comments as I'm finished with my time here, is we want to seek overmatch for our ground domain, and if we don't have it, we're going to have to work hard. So I'd love to get your unfundeds and see how we can fight harder to give you that overmatch, because parity isn't good enough for our soldiers and Marines. Thank you.
Mr. Carbajal.